Hello, it's Sean. Today I'm going to be playing another game of Kings of War. This is going to be my epic scale version of Kings of War. I'm using epic 40k models for these games and playing on a 2x2 board today with 750 point armies. My forces today include Kingdoms of Men. I have 2 regiments of chariots, 2 regiments of knights, and 2 heroes, 2 standard bearers on horses. That comes out to 750 points for the Kingdom of Men. They'll be facing off against a Goblin army, which is composed of a pile of trolls. For the trolls, we have 5 bases of trolls, 5 regiments of trolls, and then a troll bruiser. I'm using this killer can as the bruiser. I have several epic troll models, and then I have a stand of minotaurs that are going to stand in as a 5th unit of trolls. So again, 750 points here. Should be a fairly quick game, but I just want to see how the all-mounted force of men does against an all-troll army for the Goblins. I'm going to roll a scenario to see what we're going to play. We got a 3, so we're going to be playing the Dominate. At the end of the game, add up the cost of all your units that are entirely within 12 centimeters of the center of the play area, and that is your score. Your opponent does the same, and you compare scores. So, the center of the play area is going to be here, so whole units need to be within 12 centimeters to earn points. For terrain, we're going to call this field here is going to be difficult terrain for everybody. The buildings are impassable, you can't move into them, and this little area here is forest. And then we have impassable terrain in the pond there. So we're playing on a 2x2 play area. We're going to use centimeters instead of inches, but other than that, we'll leave everything the same. The play area is about 60 centimeters across, so we'll set up so that we're 12 centimeters from the center line for each side. Odds, the humans get this side. The humans will be over here, Kingdom of Men. And the Goblins will take this side. Alright, I have forces deployed. I have both knight units in the center with a hero behind them, both chariot units with a hero behind them. Kind of spread out the trolls a little bit. Trolls here and trolls here. There's a basic line, and we will get started. We're going to roll to see who goes first. Odd, it's going to be the humans, and it's even, so the Goblin forces get to go first. Speed on the trolls is 6 centimeters. And they're going to go ahead and move at the double. But they're going to stay just out of charge range. And that is all they have. Use that for a turn counter. It's the humans' turn to make their move. The chariots are going to move up, but they are not going to get into charge range. And then the knights, they're going to, again, let's move up a little. They don't want to be charged though. And the chariots are going to fire on this unit of trolls. So they have 8 attacks apiece, and they need a 5 to hit. So this chariot unit is firing at this troll unit. Looks like I have 3 hits. The defense on those trolls is a 5. So we did 1 wound to those unit of trolls. And they actually would have needed a 6 to hit because they moved. But I think all the rolls were a 6. So the other chariot is firing as well. Same thing. So yeah, I do need a 6 to hit. Looks like I have 1 hit with that unit. Roll to wound, and that does wound. So this unit has suffered 2. That is all the firing. So we're going to roll nerve for this unit. And the trolls have 11, 14. And nothing. So that is the end of turn 1. Turn 2, and it will be the trolls' activation again. So we're just out of range, but we really feel like we need to close the distance. So the trolls are going to go ahead and move up 12. This unit has regeneration, so they're going to roll for those 2 wounds. Regeneration is 5+, so 1 for each wound. They don't heal any of them. And we're going to do similar here. We're just going to advance on those knights, and we're going to take it in the shorts when they charge us. And that is end of the round for the troll army. Back to the humans. Kingdom of Men. First up, they're going to charge. Each knight unit is going to charge a separate block of trolls. These guys, I feel like maybe moving them back. So I can move back 4 inches with these, but That'll still leave them within charge range. So I'm going to go ahead and charge here. So we're going to pivot a little bit and charge. So we're charging that unit, which means these guys are going to have to bump back a little bit. This unit is charging here. So the 2 units charge in on the single unit. And there is no firing this time, so we will do combat. We're going to start here. So the chariots have 8 attacks, and they need 4 to hit in melee. Looks like I've got 5 hits. And the defense of the trolls is 5, but the chariots have thunderous charge 2. So I'm going to wound them on a 3. And that looks like I got 4 wounds. That brings them up to 6 wounds. The second chariot is going to make their attacks as well. Need 4s to hit. And we have 4 hits. And they'll need 3 to wounds as well. Uh-oh. None of them wounded. So, we are going to take a nerve test for these guys. It's an 11, 14. So I'm adding 6 to the die roll. 6 and 6 is 12. So they're not routed, but they're wavered. So we are going to pull back a little bit. And now we're going to do these combats. We'll do this one first. The knights have 16 attacks. And they're going to hit on a 3 or better. So it looks like 14 hit. Ouch. And the knights have thunderous charge 2. So against the defensive 5 of the trolls, these guys are going to need 3s to wound them. Several 1s and 2s here. But still a good number. So 9 wounds on that troll unit. So we're going to roll nerve for them. So I got a 9. Plus 9 is 18, which is going to rout them. But they have their troll bruiser there, which is going to cause me to reroll that. And still got a 9 plus 9 is still 18, so that's going to rout that unit. And then we have this combat. Those knights against those trolls, same thing, 16 attacks. Needing 3s to hit. Looks like only 2 missed, so 14 hit. And they're going to need 3s to wound as well. So 9 wounds again. And we're going to roll on their nerve. So a 4 plus 9 is 13, so they're going to be wavered. Just missed routing them by 1. So they're going to bump back a little. And that is the end of turn 2. So, first up, these guys are going to get halt order. They're going to roll regeneration. They get 6 dice. And on a 5 or a better, they're going to heal those wounds. And they healed 3 of them. This unit is also going to get a halt order and will roll 9 dice. And on a 5 or better, will heal. And it looks like they only healed 2 wounds. So now we're going to do some charging. This troll unit is going to charge these chariots. This troll unit and the bruiser are going to charge this unit of knights. So he will pivot and move in. And move in as well. And we'll roll some attacks here. So this unit first. Trolls have 9 attacks. And they hit on a 4 or better. And I've got 5 hits. And they have crushing strength 2 against the against the chariot's defense of 4. So they're going to wound on a 2 or better. And they cause 5 wounds to this unit, chariot unit. We're going to check their nerve. And the nerve on those chariots is 11, 13. So 7 plus 5 is a 12, so they're wavered. And the trolls will bump back. We've got these 2 units here. The trolls have 9 attacks. On the knights, 4s to hit. And looks like 7 hits. Again, crushing strength 2 against defensive 5, so on a 3 or better, they're going to wound them. Uh-oh. Looks like we caused 3 wounds there. Not as good as I had hoped. And then the troll bruiser has 5 attacks. He has crushing strength 3. He'll hit on a 3 plus. Up to, he's got 3 hits. Crushing strength 3, he will wound on a 2. And so that's 3 more wounds. So we're up to 6 wounds on this knight unit. And now we will roll nerve for the knights. The knights have a nerve of 14, 16. So I'm going to have to roll really well to waver these guys. So, wow, 10 plus a 16, that is going to be a rout. So that standard bearer is going to force a reroll. And we got a 6 plus a 6 is 12, so no effect on them. And these guys will push back. That could have gone better for the trolls, but that's alright. It is the humans' turn. And these wavered for the trolls go away at their end of their turn. I think both chariots are going to charge this damaged unit of trolls here. So they're going to pivot and move into it, which will get connected. These guys will push back. Then we'll move in. And I don't think these knights are going to be able to get a charge on that troll unit, which is fine. So these knights are going to charge this troll. These knights are going to charge these trolls, so that bruiser will have to push back. And he'll just step up a little. Alright, so let's do some attacking. This unit has 8 attacks on that unit. They need a 4 to hit. 2 miss, so 6 hits. Oh, excuse me. That's a miss too. 5 hits. They do not have their thunders charged, so they will wound on a 5 or better. And they got 4 wounds. Wow. Up to 8. The other chariot here has 8 attacks as well. Will hit on a 4. That's a lot of 6s right there. Could have used that for wounding. But that's okay, they're doing alright. So they do have Thunder's Charge 2, so they will hit, they will wound on a 3. And 4 wounds. That'll bring them up to 12 wounds. So I'm going to roll Nerve. Nerve on the trolls is 11-14. So no matter what, if I get, they're going to be wavered. But if I get a 3 or better, they're going to be routed. And I got a 4, so they're routed. The inspiring unit is over here, so not close enough. So they are out. We're going to reform. They're going to pivot. And they're going to stay there. Next up we have this combat. We'll do the knights on this unit of trolls here. And they have 16 attacks. This unit was disordered because they were in combat and had some wounds, so they will not get Thunder's Charge. They hit on a 3 or better. Looks like 11 hits. And no Thunder's Charge, so they'll wound on a 5 or better. Looks like we got 1, 2 wounds. That might hurt. We're going to roll Nerve for them. Nerve is 11-14. So no effect. Got an 8 total. So we will bump back this unit. They do have the Thunder's Charge, so they're going to take their 16 attacks. Need 3s to hit. Nine hits, and we're going to need 3s to wound. And we got 5 wounds, which brings them up to 12 total wounds. We're going to roll Nerve. So Snake Eyes is going to waver them, except for Snake Eyes never wavers. Or routes them, excuse me. Snake Eyes would route them. Snake Eyes fails to do that, so we route them where we got Inspiring, so force a reroll. And we still route them. So that unit of trolls is dead. And this knight unit is going to pivot a little. And that is the end of the Kingdom of Men's turn. Makes it turn 4. So the trolls have taken a beating so far, but they're trolls, so they're going to keep going at it. This unit of trolls and this bruiser are going to charge this unit of knights. It's going to force these guys to back up, which is going to put them into the terrain a little bit. This unit of trolls is going to charge these guys, and they're far enough away that it won't have any impact. Alright, so the trolls are going to attack this unit of chariots with 9 attacks, needing 4s to hit. And they have 5 hits, and they have crushing strength 2 against the defense of 4, so they're going to wound them on 2s. And so that's 5 wounds. So it brings these chariot unit that's 10, not 15. Roll for nerve against that chariot unit. They have a nerve of 11, 13. So 10 plus 5 is 15, which would rout them, but we have the hero on horse, so he's going to force rerolls, so 7. That'll also rout them. So as the first unit wiped out for the Kingdom of Men, this troll is going to pivot. Alright, troll unit and the bruiser attacking that unit, regiment of knights. The trolls are going to attack first. They have a 9. 9 attack, needs 4s to hit. And it looks like we got 5 hits. Crushing strength 2 against defense of 5. They're going to need 3s to wound. And that will be 5 wounds. Brings them up to a total of 11. And the bruiser is going to attack next. He has 5 attacks. Needs a 3 to hit. All 5 hit. He has a crushing strength 3, so he'll wound on a 2 or better. And he gets 3 wounds, which will bring this up to a 14. The nerve on that knight regiment is 14, 16, so need Snake Eyes to rout them. Let's force a reroll, and they are routed. The bruiser is going to back up D3, so 3 centimeters. And this troll unit is going to pivot. And that is the troll turn. Kingdom of Men. Both these are going to charge this troll unit, and both of them are going to charge that troll unit. So they will move in, move in, they will move in, and move in, And he's got to bump back. Alright. So let's start here. Chariots have 8 attacks against this troll unit. They need 4s to hit. Uh, 7 hits. And they will have their Thunderous Charge against him. So Thunderous Charge is 2. Defense is 5, so 3s to wound him. Six wounds on the trolls from the chariots. The hero, the standard bearer, has a single attack. Need a 5 to hit. It does hit. Defense of 5 does not wound. Maybe I shouldn't have charged him in there, but that's okay. So we're going to roll to rout these guys. Defense is 11-14. They've had 6 wounds, and that will fail. So these guys will both bump back. Do this combat. The knights have 16 attacks. And they will have their Thunderous Charge. Need 3s to hit. Looks like 10 hits. And they're going to need 3s to wound. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 wounds. 8 wounds, which brings these up to 10. The standard bearer will take his attack as well. He needed a 5 to hit, so that misses. We'll roll for nerve. These guys are probably going to get knocked out, but maybe they'll get lucky. That will rout them. Force a reroll. And that will also rout them. They have 11-14s. They are out. And now it is turn 5. Oh, I guess these guys can choose. He's gonna pivot. And he's gonna pivot as well. Alright, now it's the end of turn 4. Turn 5. Trolls get a go. I don't think I've been rolling for regeneration for the trolls, but maybe none of them needed it when I did it. So this unit is going to charge the chariots. Yeah. That'll take away their Thunderous Charge. When they charge me back, I could probably kill the hero, and I can countercharge him, because he did charge me. But I want to take away the Thunderous Charge from those guys, give me a better chance of living. But I'm going to take my regen right now. On a 5 or better, I heal 1 wound. Move into them. This guy's going to bump back a little bit. The Troll Bruiser is going to charge that knight unit. He's going to be killed. Pretty sure of that. So, we'll do this first. The trolls have 9 attacks on the chariots, needing 4s to hit. Not a great roll. 3 hits. But they have crushing strength 2 against defense 4, so they wound on a 2 or better. And 2 wounds on the chariots. We will roll for nerve. They have 11, 13. So that's a 12, and that will waver those chariots. They won't be able to attack me. That's good. We will bump back. This bruiser here on those knights, he has 5 attacks. He hits on a 3 or better. 3 wounds. He has crushing strength 3. So he's going to wound them. That's 5. He's going to wound them on a 2. So 3 wounds. And we'll roll nerve there. They have a 14, 16. So no effect. Push them back. Excuse me. Bruiser gets pushed back. And that is it for the trolls. So, Kingdom of Men, the knights are going to charge the bruiser. These chariots cannot charge. And he is just going to back up. So they cannot... Oh, they're wavered, so they can't shoot either. This hero is going to charge them. Maybe not. No. He's just going to back up. Alright. So we've got the knights on the bruiser. They have 16 attacks. They need 3s to hit. Looks like 11 hits. They will not have crushing strength this time. So they're going to wound him on a 5. Reroll inbox. Oh, lucky guy. He only suffers a single wound. And we'll roll nerve for him. He has 12, 15, 10, plus 1 is 11, so he is okay. And they will push. Alright, it's turn 6. This guy is going to charge here. He has 5 wounds, so he's going to use his regeneration 5 plus. And heals 2 of them, so he's back up to 3. This bruiser really wants to fight that unit, but he also needs to at least try to claim some victory points. I guess at this point I've got to hope that there's a turn 7. So he's going to charge them. He's going to use his regeneration. He doesn't do anything. So we'll start here. That goes away. Trolls have 9 attacks against the chariot unit. They need 4s to hit. Looks like only 2 hits. Not a great roll. But they have crushing strength 2. So they'll wound them on a 2. 2 wounds brings them up to 4. Roll nerve. Chariots have 11, 13. So 6 is 10. Has no effect. So the trolls will bump back. The bruiser has 5 attacks. He needs 3 to hit. And you got 3 hits. Crushing strength 3, so he only needs a 2 to wound. And he got 3 wound. Brings these guys up to 6. Nerve on those guys is 14, 16, so we're going to try to rout them. 10 plus 6 is 16, but they have their standard bearer there, so I got a force of reload, so I need a 10 or better again. 4 plus 6 is 10, and that doesn't do it. Doesn't even waver them, so they're going to get a charge back at me. That's no good. So Kingdom of Men. This hero on a horse has got 9 speed, so he is going to pivot. He's going to move there. He wants some victory points at the end of the game. These knights are going to charge the bruiser. Chariots are going to charge these trolls. This hero is going to book it, try to get over there for some victory points as well, just in case he needs them, so he'll pivot. And make a double move. And let's roll some combat. Alright, so these chariots attacking these trolls, 8 attacks, 4s to hit, 3 hits. They do not have crushing strength, so they need 5s to wound. And they got 3 wounds. Brings these guys up to 6. Let's roll for their nerve. 11, 14. Hope they roll low. Nope. That's a 16. It's going to rout these trolls here. So these guys will pivot. And these knights attacking, they have 16 attacks. They need 3s to hit. I see a lot of 1s here. But still a lot of hits. They do not have crushing strength, so they need 5s. 5s to wound. And it looks like 2 wounds. That brings this guy up to 3. Let's see. We can rout him. His nerve is 12, 15. So 6 is 9. So he is good. So these guys will bump back. And now we need to see if there's a 7th turn. On a 4, 5, or 6, the game will continue one more turn. I feel like the trolls are really hoping there's not another turn. There is another turn. That's going to be bad for the trolls. So we're on to turn 7, and this will be the final turn. Maybe it'll be bad for the trolls. They might be able to pull this out yet. So This guy is going to charge here because he doesn't really have a choice. He's hoping he can do enough damage there to rout them. He's going to try to heal some of those wounds. And he heals one. So he's going to attack those knights. It's 5 attacks. He needs a 3 to hit. Got 4 hits. Crushing strength 3. So he needs a 2 wound. And he got 3 wounds. Brings them up to 9 total. And they have a nerve of 14, 16, so he's hoping he can rout them. 8 plus 9, that'll do it. But they have leadership there. A 9 plus 9, that'll do it too. So they are routed. He is going to pivot. And it is now the human's turn. So these chariots are going to pivot and then move forward 8. This hero 9. And that's going to cost them a game. And that's the end of the turn. So, the end of the scenario. Anything within 12 of the center. So 12 centimeters. So that'll be these 3 units. The standard bearers are 65 points apiece, so that's 130 points versus the 125 points for the troll bruiser. So, it's a 5-point difference. I guess that makes it a draw because it's not a big enough point difference to call it a win. Only 5-point different. So, I'm surprised. I thought the trolls were going to lose that pretty solidly, but they pulled out a draw. And if that hero hadn't gotten in there, it would have been a win for the trolls. That was a fun, quick game. It's kind of fun playing with these smaller scale. You get a really small battlefield. I don't mind running both sides of a scenario. Just trying to make good decisions. With this small of scale game, there's not a lot of variety in the unit choices. I could make more variety, of course, but I like trying out different stuff. The all-mounted units versus the all-troll army was kind of fun. We'll probably do something with using one of these armies in the next game, and then I'm going to probably try a dwarf army as well. Maybe like a dwarf gun line against one of these. So, if you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, if you saw any rules that I got wrong, go ahead and put those in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos like this and the other projects that I work on, you can subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.